Good afternoon, friends. Today we are discussing unit number 4 of computer aided machine design. So, unit number 4 is the stator design of induction motor, or it is called as induction motor stator design. Okay. So, in induction motor stator design, in case of induction motor stator design, first part is the main dimension of induction motor. Main dimension of induction motor. Now, what do you mean by main dimension? See here, if this is the stator core, okay, this is the stator core and this is the outer diameter of stator core. This is the outer diameter of stator core, and the inner diameter is called as T, the inner diameter of stator. Similarly, the axial length of this stator, or suppose it may be represented in this fashion. So this is the axial length of the stator. Okay. So D and L is called as the main dimension of induction motor. So how to calculate the main dimension? For calculating D and L, we require some standard loadings. It is called as the specific loading of machines. So this specific loading, for this specific loading, first part is a total magnetic loading. So total magnetic loading is defined as the total flux around the stator periphery is nothing but a total magnetic loading. So total magnetic loading is equals to P is the total number of poles in the machine and flux phi along the stator periphery. Okay. Now the next term is specific magnetic loading. From this total magnetic loading, for specific magnetic loading. So specific magnetic loading, in which specific magnetic loading is the average flux density around the stator periphery. It is denoted as BAV. So BAV is the average flux density. It is also defined as the ratio of total flux around the stator periphery divided by stator periphery around the area of the stator periphery. So it is represented as P phi divided by pi dl. So this pi dl, in terms of pole pitch of induction motor, pole pitch is represented as tau. It is the Greek letter tau. So pi d divided by p. So here p is here and pi and d is also here. So it may be represented as BAV is equals to phi divided by tau into L. Now tau is nothing but pole pitch. Okay. So this is called as a specific magnetic loading. Now the next term is a specific electrical loading, or first of all a total electrical loading. So total electrical loading total electrical loading. Now total electrical loading means the total armature conductor around the stator periphery or total ampere conductor around the stator periphery. So it is represented as Iz is the total ampere conductor. Ampere means Iz is the total current and Z is the conductor. So Iz into Z is nothing but a total electrical loading. Now from this we have now the specific electrical loading. Specific electrical loading. So specific electrical loading is the total ampere conductor around the stator periphery per unit area. So it is represented as Iz into Z divided by pi d. So this is called as specific electrical loading. It is denoted as AC, or the unit is ampere conductor per meter. We know that the flux density BAV is Weber per meter square. So here is specific electric loading. So these are the terms. Specific electrical loading and magnetic loading is required to determining D and L. Before determining D and L, we have to derive the output equation of induction motor. So see the output equation of three-phase induction motor. Now the next topic, give the heading output equation of three-phase induction motor. Okay, so the output equation of three-phase induction motor. Here consider M-phase machine of single and parallel path connected per phase. So consider a M-phase machine system, M-phase machine, or the KVA rating of a machine is Q is equals to, we know that Q is equals to Vp into Ip into 10 raised to power minus 3 kVA. Already we know that the Vp and Ip in volt and ampere and Q in kilovolt. So Q into 10 raised to power 3. So this 3 is on the right hand side, it is 10 raised to power minus 3. So Q is equals to Vp into Ip into 10 raised to power minus 3 kV. Okay, this is important, most important. So it may be written as, we know that here it is one important term M. M is a M-phase machine. So it may be single phase or it may be a three-phase. So M-phase machine system. So Vp is denoted as EP. We know that voltage per phase or EMF per phase. So Vp is nothing but equals to EP. And this equation may be written as M into EP into Ip into 10 raised to power minus 3 kV. Okay. Now this EP, we know the EMF equation of a transformer. So in case of a EMF equation of a transformer, E is equals to 4.44 F phi m into Tp. So here EP is equals to 4.44 F phi m into Tp into Kw. Kw is here a binding factor of a motor or machine. Okay. Now this is the value of EP. Now substitute the value of EP in this equation. So Q is equals to M into 4.44 F phi m into Tp into Kw into Ip into 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay. Now here we know that F is the frequency of machine. Now synchronous speed of machine. Synchronous speed of machine in RPS. In RPS. So it may be written as Ns is equals to 2F by P RPS. So Ns is equals to 2 twice of frequency divided by number of pole. Okay. So it may be written as a F is equals to P into Ns divided by Hertz. Okay. P into Ns divided by. Now substitute this value of F in the equation, means value of in the output equation or kV rating of machines. So substitute. So Q is equals to M into 4.44 into P and S by 2 into phi m into TPH into IPH into KW into 10 raised to power minus. So here 2.22 here, sorry, 2 cancel with this 4.44, so we will get 2.22. From this 2.22 common this get common 2, so it may be represented as 1.11. Okay, 1.11 into P into phi, P phi m or maximum value of flux or phi. So P into phi into Ns into Kw into twice M. Here 2 get common here and this is 1.1. If this 2 is multiplied with this 1.11, then you will get 2.220. Okay, so 2 into M into TPH into IPH. Okay, this is the one of the term into 10 raised to power minus the remaining term. Okay, here this is nothing but a total magnetic loading and total electrical loading. In earlier case we have discussed the total electrical loading P into phi, and in case of total electrical loading, so M is the number of phases into 2, so into TPH is nothing but a Z into Iz. So Iz into Z is nothing but a total electrical loading. Okay, so it may be written as 1.11 into total magnetic loading into Ns into Kw into total electrical loading into 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay. So substitute. Now total magnetic loading. In case of a total magnetic loading or specific magnetic loading, BAV is equals to what is the formula for BAV? Is the pi or P phi divided by pi d. So P phi, if this P phi, so P phi is equals to BAV into pi d L. Okay, so substitute the value of P phi is equals to BAV into pi d L. Now next is AC. Specific electrical loading is AC is equals to Iz into Z divided by pi d. So Iz into Z is equals to AC into pi d. Now substitute the value of total electrical loading and total magnetic loading in this formula. Then we will get so it may be 1.11 into ns into kw, ns into kw into bav pi dl into electrical loading, total electrical loading AC into pi d into 10 raised to power minus. Okay. Now from this we can multiply this 1.11 with pi and this pi, so it will get near about 11. So 11 BAV into AC into kW into 10 raised to power minus 3 into, or into first of all write down BAV into AC into kW into 10 raised to power minus 3, okay, into d square L into ns, d square L into ns. So this term 11 BAV AC into kW into 10 raised to power minus 3 is called as a output coefficient C0. So it is represented as C0 is equals to 11 BAV AC kW into 10 raised to power minus 3. Okay. So substitute the value of C0, directly substitute the C0. So Q is equals to C0 D square L into ns. So this is the kV. Okay. Now from this equation you can calculate D and L. So D square L is equals to Q divided by C0 into ns. So this formula is used to calculate D square and L, or D and L, the main dimension of induction motor. Now this is the output equation of induction motor. Okay, thank you.